Is Bali going overseas?
Yeah, Bali's going overseas.
I reckon it's
I've never been.
I reckon it's going interstate.
Oh, well, I've never been.
Equivalent of.
Well, for people in Western Australia, it's only like an hour or something.
Yeah, I know. It's
How far is it from Melbourne?
Is it 6 hours?
And I've never been to Bali.
Oh, yeah. Well,
should I go? Go to Kuta, get my bintang singlet.
It's the
get my hair braided.
It's the contrast, isn't it? It's the contrast of some of the best restaurants and resorts you've ever been to, and you step out and get bitten by a rabid dog and fall in a hole, an open sewer. The contrast is phenomenal.
Yeah,
some of
Bali.
It's phenomenal.
It's an island in Indonesia.
Yep.
And that's. I mean, I always think of the Bali bombings too. It's like,
well, whenever I go away, you know what? I do like to look at signs. Because different countries have different signs.
Yeah,
and I saw a sign in the hotel that I thought was fascinating. I've got it on my phone. I should show you. I was walking, because we're staying in you don't often stay in hotels there, because mainly you stay in villas.
Villas.
Yeah. We stayed in a hotel, so it was like 3 or 4 levels. And I was walking down to the pool. That was my want. No, walking up to the pool. And there was a sign in the stairwell that said, in case of fire, run down the stairs. In case of tsunami, run up the stairs.
Wow, that's a sign you don't see anywhere else.
No.
That's a great tip.
And it had the person running down the stairs with a fire at the bottom. And then the next shot, a little wave coming up and the guy going, out of here.
Well, if you've seen that movie, I can't remember what it's about. I know what it's about. It's about the tsunami in the Maldives and all that. And it shows that everyone who ran onto the roof survived or climbed trees.
Yeah.
Or ran up into the mountains.
Yeah.
Survived. But people that were just on the beach, no good.
Yeah. Well, I think, and then we stayed in another hotel and we were sort of going, we were right on the beach. We're going, if a tsunami hit, I think we're high enough. But then, anyway. But it's just
were you scared? I was scared of. Well, we used to call them tidal waves when we were kids, didn't we? Because it was a movie in the 70s. There was a tidal wave movie in the 70s that we would have all seen. Like, remember those? Remember there was a whole series of disaster movies. There was the fire one. There was Poseidon Adventure, which is a shipwreck.
There was a building burning one.
Yes, building burning one, and there was a tidal wave one. And I remember going to the beach, and like we used to go to Cape Patterson, which is Bass Strait.
And you were worried about a tsunami?
Yeah, but there's the chance of a tsunami
in Australia
very slim. I mean, they reckon up Wollongong, Sydney, more chance.
It just seems that they didn't. But I don't remember tsunamis when I was a kid.
No, they never happened in Australia.
It's like peanut allergies. I don't remember those when I was a kid. But anyway,
no. I think kids just used to die, or get red in the playground and fall over.
But yeah, anyway, I just thought that was interesting to sort of. So if you're in the hotel, you hear, which is trouble.
Yeah.
So you run to the stairwell and you go, everyone's...
Hang on, is it a fire or a tsunami?
Well, I don't know, but I now know because I can see which way people are running. I go, hey, Dale, what? Siren's gone. I'll just go check the stairwell. Everyone's running up. Oh, it's a tsunami. Okay, makes sense. Up on the roof we go.
Signs in hotels. We stayed in an apartment in France, and obviously the woman had... The signs were like for a moron. You know what I mean? They were like for someone who didn't know how to operate a dishwasher and my partner kept saying, why have they got all these signs everywhere? Like, things like, make sure you put dishwashing powder in the dishwasher and stuff like really basic stuff. And I was laughing. I said, obviously this woman has had bad experiences with...
Do you ever read the manual, though, on how to use something? You go, yeah, I get it. Do you just go straight? You always read the whole thing. You don't read, you do.
Never.
No, you kind of go, I know how a dishwasher works.
And then I'll go back to the manual.
Yeah, then you go, I think it's this and this and this. And then years later, you'll find out the true potential of what the thing you bought.
We had Robert, the oven guy, come over the other day. He goes, I see you more than my brother, this guy, because the oven keeps breaking, right?
Yeah.
And he showed me, I've been using the wrong setting. I thought it was, he goes, no, you've been using the wrong setting. He goes, that's not... What's the Air Force? What's it called? He goes, that's
powerful.
What's it called? Because you've been using the wrong one. That's a different one.
See, yeah, you don't realise the potential of what you've got. Yeah, like my brother with our melee. We were just doing it on short, and he goes, "No, you've got to run it on long every now and then to flush the machine out. You got to do a cotton wash at least once a week."
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the hot water
washing machine tips.
The hot water will flush the machine out. Because the thing that messes up machines is overuse of powder.
Yes, I've heard that before.
And it just goes throughout the machine and it clags the machine up. It gets in the engine. Gets
Same with dishwashers.
Yeah.
Only use a teaspoon.
Yeah, only use a small amount.
Great tips.
Oh, great tips.
Great
I mean, we
tips.
can stop the podcast now. You've got your tip for the day because we've done our work. Interesting signs, interesting things on dishwashers.
Yeah. Oh, here comes some music.
Hello and welcome to Somehow Related, and now please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, yes, welcome. Sam said our names, and you know,
She did say something just while we were on dishwashers for a second. I saw something on Amazon the other day. Yeah, hello, welcome to Somehow Related, Dave O'Neill, Glenn Robbins.
yeah.
Is this worth buying? It was a sticker you put on the front of the dishwasher that said in either option, clean, dirty.
Oh,
Is that worth having?
that's not bad. With teenagers and stuff, and also when my mother-in-law stays, she rinses the dishes before she puts them in the dishwasher.
Oh, we've talked about this.
And you don't know what's going on.
You
And
say
also,
you-
and so I don't know how many times my son has opened the dishwasher and gone, "Is this dirty? Is this clean?
Yeah.
Is it dirty? Is it clean?"
As long as you used it properly, as long as you
yeah,
had,
you got to use the sign. Yeah.
surely that's something that the designers of dishwashers could go, here's an idea.
A little light that flashes.
This goes, surely it would be on dirty until you press go again.
Of course.
See?
You know what? All you need is a green and a red light.
A green and a red light.
Green and red light.
So if it's on green, you know, okay, it's already done a run through, so therefore
It's clean.
It's yes.
Red is dirty.
Red is dirty. Is this a light?
Come on, guys. Come on, Fisher Paykel, if you're
Come
listening.
on, Declex, what is it? Dishlex?
We've got
Dishlickers?
Fisher Paykel, eh? Come on, New Zealand technology. Get on board.
I just think a lot of New Zealanders doing ads in Australia.
Yeah.
Not that I mind. I like
You like their accent, eh?
I just like I'm going to New Zealand in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, New Zealand's good.
Makes
Makes Australians feel superior, as I always say. Okay, so should we get the topics?
Yeah, fire away.
Thanks, Sam.
Horses and passports.
She said that rather abruptly.
Yeah, she's busy.
She does sometimes.
Busy.
Busy. She's probably working with a lot of other podcasts.
Probably.
People around the world.
Moonlighting.
Horses and passports. You got a new passport? You got the I had a new one when they first came in.
Oh, the electronic. Why don't you use it?
Oh, well, it's always been so fast.
Yeah.
It's tap and go. Really.
Oh,
It's
now
slide
you
it
don't
in.
have to even line up at the thing. You just go and.
You know, no one looks at you.
you know what, though?
What?
When we came back from overseas recently, you had to go. We lined up, and then the woman goes, "No." Like, she was right there. She could have easily just stamped it and let us go. She goes, No. You've got to go back to the booth, get the little sticker or something,
Yes.
and then go to the electronic thing and then
Yes.
go through.
Yes.
So it's not that straightforward, is it?
You got to remember to get the little ticket.
Yes, you got to get the ticket.
Don't go straight to the. Yeah, you got to get your ticket.
And this is where my partner insisted on declaring
What?
that she had
Carving?
a wooden flag from Denmark and that we'd been to a farm. We went to the home of Beatrix Potter, you know, who draws all Tom
Jeez,
Kingston's.
a hell of a trip.
That is a hell of a trip. Hill End. It's up the way, just on the near Scotland.
The home of Beatrix Potter. What does that mean?
That's where she moved. She's from London, but she moved to Hill End, and that's where she did all her drawings.
Right.
Now, Beatrix Potter was a writer and illustrator. You'd know her illustrations as soon as you saw them.
Yeah, I was more of a Mad magazine.
Same here. Same here. But my partner loves Beatrix Potter, and so she went to this farm. She bought this farm and lived in this farm and did all the drawings up there.
You're right.
And then studied, and because there were all animals around, she could do all the puddle duck and you're coughing because it's boring. Anyway, what? And so it was a tourist farm. It wasn't. So it's so funny. So we get back to Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
Been on a very long flight, right? And then
Oh, no.
and so nothing to declare, straight through.
Yeah.
Something to declare,
Yeah.
go to the left. So we line up, and there's just a guy, a very weary-looking guy, and he looks at the car and he goes, "What have you got? What have you got?" I said, "Oh, wooden flag." He goes, "Where did you go?" We went to go through, just go through, just exit,
know.
exit, get out.
If you come back with Indonesia, if you come back with something wooden, I think you're in trouble. Because I brought something back.
You got to go. I love when you used to come back from those joints and they do the air spray in the.
Oh, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's going to do anything. Yeah.
Here's some more. What's it called? Anyway, yeah, stuff sprayed on you.
So
What are you talking about? Passports.
passports. The photo is always
I know, getting the passport photo.
because you don't look like your passport photo, or do you?
No. Oh,
You do.
I've got my
You,
passport.
you look stunned.
I've got my passport from the 80s.
Oh, you haven't got a new one?
No, sorry. I've got 3 passports. Oh, I'm talking about old passports.
Who are you working for?
Yeah. No, but I had one in the 80s, and I looked great in that. I was very young.
Having a good hair day, did you?
Yeah.
My hair was good that day.
I looked good. And then the next one, I looked terrible.
Yeah. Invariably, the lighting's not good.
Oh.
And
then the one after, I don't look as bad in my 3 passports that I hold.
because you're not allowed to smile.
No,
Are you?
no.
What's wrong with smiling?
No smile. No hats, no glasses.
Can I just say something? I was at a funeral yesterday. Look, and please don't ring in. But I was sitting in the church. It was Greek, so I didn't understand.
Yasu.
Yeah. It was very heartfelt, and they were singing a lot, but I didn't understand Greek. But I was just looking around the church. A lot of shots of Jesus.
There are a lot of Jesus in Greek.
A lot of
Greek
people-
Orthodox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with Greek Orthodox. Any church.
Big fan of it. Big fan of the
Never
Greek
se-
Orthodox.
Have you ever seen a picture of Jesus smiling?
No, that's very true.
I'm going, we're in his church. Surely he had some good days.
Who did that? Who does that stand up about? Imagine if Jesus came back and he sees all these pictures of him on a cross.
You
Is
go,
that, you have to remind me of that.
That was just a smaller part of what I did. What about the good stuff?
What about when I was a carpenter?
I'm thinking, but surely, when you look at Buddha, does Buddha smile?
He sort of has a bit of a smile.
He does.
Yeah.
But when you see Jesus, number one, he's on the cross. I mean, you wouldn't be sure. I'm not suggesting he smiles on the cross. Don't get me wrong.
And what's the elephant with all the... He smiles too. That elephant, that's an Indian symbol of... Yeah, he smiles.
Because if you're up at the altar and you look up and there's a bloke up there, he's smiling, you go, hey, things are going to work out. But when a bloke's up there sort of looking quite solemn, you go, oh, yeah, okay.
Terrible, isn't it?
Anyway, by the by, I just... places you don't smile and places that you should smile, Because I know when last time I went to Italy, they just didn't even look at it.
No, they don't. These
My
days.
partner and her friend,
Buongiorno.
they put their passports in the same bag and then pulled them out, and by mistake they had each other's.
They didn't care.
They didn't care.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's so funny.
In the old days, like in the 80s and 90s, they would stamp it and stare at it. One time I went overseas, I reckon in the 90s, and I had my old passport that was almost run out. And this was when I was younger and better looking.
Yeah.
And we got on a train from Germany to Czechoslovakia, and then the Czechoslovakian guards came on, and they just kept staring at the young passport of me and holding it up to my face.
Loving the power.
No, and going, this is not you. I'm like, yeah, it is me. I've just put on a lot of weight. He was getting quite angry, and my girlfriend's going, no, it's him. It's him. He's just fat now. He's fat.
You can do, and this is sort of old man talk, but seriously, to get in and out of a country, you still need a little wallet with a picture in it. It's ridiculous.
Well, we got it,
But surely you can have something, I don't know. If I said to you, I'm going to give you
in the future, they'll just scan your face.
Well, it'll be your eyeball. It'll be surely
fingerprint.
I mean, sure, or but it just seems weird that it's all based on a bit of paper that is reproducible.
You're right. It's like we're in the bank the other day, and we went to this branch, and I had to go with Kieran, my partner, to open up another bank account. We were doing some very dodgy stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not at all. Glenn, it's called tax minimisation.
Yeah, minimisation, sorry.
Anyway, I had to start a company because, anyway.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. You know what my company's called?
Shelf. Yeah.
Party Pie Productions.
Ooh.
And as my son said, Dad, what if they find out you're not actually making pies? Will you get in trouble?
Yes.
Anyway, but there was a lot of old people in this branch.
Yep.
And they had passbooks. And I go, do people still have passbooks? He goes, yes.
I know. Because they love the physical thing.
But he said that the thing they don't realise is that is the only record of their transactions. He goes, we don't put that on a computer. That's it. That's it. Did you realise that?
Oh, they're copping out. Surely they could run a little thing behind the desk.
Oh, he said that's how it works.
Poor old people. Oh, that's crap. Well, just all you need to do then is go and get a typewriter like that and bang in a nice little... Just go,
$4 million.
I don't know what happened, but it's gone from $300 to about $3.5 million.
Oh, God. I used to love a passbook.
He just bought a house in West Australia, and they said to him, the only way you can put the deposit on is you've got to be there physically with a cheque. You're going, what is this?
I know.
You've got to be physical there with a bit of paper. I mean...
Yeah, bank cheque, yeah.
Bank cheque.
Can't you just use a credit card to buy a house these
Surely.
days? Yeah. Put a deposit down?
I remember when I sold...
Well, when I bought a house, I had to have a bank cheque. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I sold my house, they gave me a cheque. I went to the bank that day, and she looked at the cheque and went, do you need some financial advice? It was $500,000 back in the day or something. $500,000.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, I got a doozy today. Because they probably get a prize at the bank tellers for how much money they turn over in a day.
Have you heard that old joke? It uses. Oh, no, I should tell it because it uses that. I can change it about when the guy goes into the bank and he goes to the teller. He's being really rude. He's going, "Hey, fucking hell, I just fucking want to deposit this money." And she goes, "Excuse me? Yeah, you fucking idiot. Just want to deposit this money. I just fucking got this money." And she's like, "Excuse me, I'm going to get the manager." "Yeah, you get the manager." And the manager comes over and he goes, "Well, how can I help you, sir?" He goes, "I just won TAS Lotto $2 million. I've got to deposit the money." He goes, "Oh, well, that fucking idiot wouldn't help you, would she?" Classic. You can use stronger language in that joke.
Fucking it wouldn't help you. How can I help you today, sir?
Idiot. Yes.
Passports.
Passport day.
Ever lost it? No. Here's another thing.
That's horrible.
That would be
passport.
But look, think again. If the consulate is open and running, surely your photograph is on the system. It's not just in the book. So surely Dave O'Neill walks in and goes, "Lost my passport," and he goes, "Okay," brings it up and goes, "That's you." And by the way, Dave, what was your first pet's name? Because that's how they do.
Susie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because.
But what do? Then they give out a bit of paper to they go, "This is a temporary passport." Yeah.
Because like when I went into England, right, the guy puts the passport on his scanner. I assume your name and face comes up, and he goes, "No criminal record." No, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, "All right, go through." He always asks, "What do you do for a job?"
Where was this? In what country?
It's going to England.
Yeah, in the US, they did the same thing. What are you doing here?
Do you remember that great form you used to fill out on the plane to get into America? And it said, "Have you got any drugs? Are you carrying weapons? Have you ever been or ever will be a member of the Nazi Party?" They used to have that on the form because I used to do it in stand-up. It made me laugh so much. Have you ever been or will be a member of the Nazi Party?
It was for a while. When I was a kid. Does that count?
If you tick that box. No, I've never lost my passport.
I went into Bali, and this is a bit sad, with Selena, and there's a line for over 60s. Oh. So you got the big fat line with everyone with their...
There's over 60 line?
Yes.
I've never seen that before.
But you're not over 60.
No, that's true.
But you could... So you just go, and there's about 8 people in that line, as opposed to 300.
Oh, did you go that line?
Yeah. Every time. Because last time we couldn't... We were there, and I looked over, and the guy goes... "Oh, you go over. You pointed at us. You go over there." Going, "Whoa, why? What's this?"
Whoa!
See the sign, and then this time I thought I'm onto it, and there wasn't. And he goes, "Oh no, it's a new one. It's over there," and it was people over 60 and kids under 5.
Oh, that's good.
So
kids have been on a plane. Yeah,
yeah.
Good
So
idea.
you get them all through, and that was good.
Oh, that's a good idea.
See, I always go when you go to another country with a passport. Just say it's someone within the Commonwealth. If you go to Britain, you kind of go. Britain gets a special line. Do Australians get a special line when they come into a port in Australia?
Yes.
A special line.
Yes.
So there's Australia and there's everybody else.
Yep. It's Australian and Commonwealth countries or something like that.
Is it Commonwealth? Because with the Brits, I think from last time I was there, a long time ago, there was Brits and then there was everybody else. I'm thinking
these days there's EU countries, but Brexit. Who knows what's going to happen there?
That's going to
because
the Northern Ireland is not going to be part of whatever they do, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
it means that you'd be going to have to cross a border while you're on the mainland between Ireland and Northern Ireland.
It's crazy.
And what about like trucks and stuff? And it's ridiculous.
I reckon the lines at Calais and stuff, the French port will be incredible.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All the crap you're going to have to go to. Okay, passports.
Passport day. Well,
where do you have a special spot for your passport? Where do you keep it?
Well, that's a good question because
at home.
And we had to all get new passports when we went overseas last year because they were all so out of date. So they're in a folder in the cupboard. Because up until then, who knows where they were?
Oh, they can go. You can go. Oh, yeah, you have them in
It is the kind of thing that'll slip down the back of a filing cabinet.
Oh, yeah. Which again is annoying. You can't. But do you photograph yours and leave it on your phone?
We photograph it and put it in the suitcase.
There's nothing worse when you're all set on the flight and then you've got your passport in your bag and you don't know your number because you've got to fill in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I photograph the number. It
means that's a good idea.
Yeah, I've got my license there.
Bloody sorted.
Oh, yeah, man, I've got all just travel with me. I'm great. But I'm always, when I'm going through the airport, I'm forever what was that mission, Midnight Express? I don't know, I'm always acting like I'm in so I'm going to an international airport. Where's my passport? Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Great movie. Billy. Oh, Billy. You know, that's the scene where Billy's the name of the guy in Midnight Express. Billy. Yeah. And Jim Carrey does it in Pet Detective or something like that.
Right.
Well, his girlfriend comes to visit him in the interview room.
Right.
And he asks her to take her clothes off or something like that.
Oh, gee, I don't.
You don't remember that?
No, it's gone from my mind.
I think I saw it as a teenager, so it was.
Yeah, me too. All I just remember was when he killed him.
Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah.
He banged his head up against a coat hook or something.
When they're in that prison, Turkish prison.
And got him through the back of the head.
He toured that guy. That guy tours and tells his story, the real guy.
Oh, the real guy.
Yeah.
Jeez. A long road.
What a story.
Horses.
Horses for courses. Are you a horse fan?
I know. Oh, don't trust that big beady. I was in Tahiti.
Tahiti'd be nice.
Club Med Tahiti.
Oh.
And we thought we'll go horse riding.
Oh.
And so you paid for it. Now, the only problem was the horses only understood French.
Oh, wow. Bonjour.
Like the horses would, like, you're going your standard issue, which is giddy up. What's your standard issue for horses? Whoa. And giddy up.
Giddy up.
And whereas, so they weren't doing it. And then she comes over, the boss, and she goes, and the horse starts doing it. I'm going, well, it's a French-speaking horse.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's not fair.
I can't remember the last time I was on a horse. Oh, I find it quite scary.
I was in.
Do you have to wear? You would have been on it. Russell Coit would have ridden a horse at one stage.
I've ridden a few horses in that, but you can just tell that I can't ride a horse. Because I try to protect my back, and two, it's the rise and bump that in being in rhythm with a horse. You can just tell.
My wife always wants to go horse riding. We never do.
No,
she looks it up on the internet and says to the kids, "Who wants to go horse riding?"
Imagine being a horse that has to take random people on their back all day.
My son went on a horse riding camp at school.
Oh, that'd be fun. Probably better horses there.
Well, they got trained horses.
Yeah.
I remember doing that at school too.
They go very slowly away, then come home very fast.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
I remember saying to the woman, I was a kid, why is it running so fast? She goes, well, you'd run to get home, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Because they break into that.
Yeah,
and
then you all stand around and you're a little bit self-conscious and your horse starts having a massive piss.
or a poo.
Or a farts or you go, and you partly feel responsible. You go, it's not me.
They are beautiful though, aren't they, when you see one up close?
Oh, a racehorse up close is
beautiful.
A beautiful creature.
Are you a fan of horse racing?
No.
Racehorsing?
No, I think it's cruel.
Yeah, do you ever go?
I used to, I don't go anymore.
No.
Not since the incident.
Oh, what happened?
I just made that up.
Of course, you've told us before about your Uncle Arthur at Melbourne Cup. That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
But those general race days are not good for someone like you. Even for me, you get mobbed by drunk people.
Yeah, it's just it is. Anything can happen on that. You get anything from headlock to someone vomiting on you. Yeah.
But it's such a big industry.
Yeah,
horse racing.
That fine cotton thing. Well, you got to say, brilliant idea.
Is it when they painted the horse?
Well, they made the horse look like another horse.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's going, imagine sitting around, you're sitting around having a drink going, got this idea where we take the bad horse out and put a good horse in. Imagine, because a horse is a horse. It looks like a horse.
Yeah.
So you're not going to, how are you going to know, oh, that's interesting.
Well,
maybe there's something in that.
That who was that guy, Darren, who got done for what do they call those prodders that give
yeah, recently. A couple of years ago.
Yeah. Who I've met him at gigs before because I've done quite a few horse racing gigs.
Right.
Do you want to hear my horse racing joke? This is the only thing I've got for horse racing.
That's all right.
I go, okay, kids are asking me today, what gig are you doing? I said, I'm doing a gig for horse racing. What are the different horses? I said, well, there's thoroughbreds, which is like the Melbourne Cup. They're thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
I said, that's for wealthy people own thoroughbreds and wealthy people. And then there's the trots, which is where they pull a little cart. Yeah. I said, that's for more working class people.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's more working class, more knockabout.
Yeah.
And then my son goes, what are greyhounds? I go, that's criminals. Don't know. That's my one joke. That's criminals.
Hello to all the people
the greyhounds. I love the greyhounds, though.
Do you been to the greyhounds?
Yeah, I've done gigs at them. I don't much interested in the dogs, but I like all the people.
People, because you're more
salt of the earth, mate.
Yeah,
salt of the earth.
That's what you are. I'm probably more of a.
You'd be between trots and thoroughbreds. I reckon you could do trots. Trots are fine.
Well, there was a show. There's a show. There used to be a show on Saturday night.
Oh, yes.
The Penthouse Club.
Penthouse Club.
Where they would actually cross to the trots.
That was kind of like a variety show, wasn't it?
They'd have singers and they'd have a desk with
they'd
Mary
cross the
Hardy and
trots.
Mike Williamson, and they would, ready
remember
for
that.
race 4.
That must have been the
Out at
70s.
Moonee Valley. They're about to jump.
Oh, it's so
and they'd have a
bizarre.
car driving around with gates in front of it, and it would go at pace, and then it would, and we're off racing now. And the accidents were terrible because the wheels would go up and the people would fly everywhere. It's like gladiator stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can get killed.
Speaking of gladiator, just by the by, I'm watching that show, Russell Crowe's new show.
I've been
on
watching
Stan.
that.
On Stan?
Yeah, when he's the guy who founded Fox News.
Els. Yeah.
Yeah,
Els.
that guy. Yeah.
What a brilliant performance.
Oh, Russell Crowe's unbelievable in it.
Unbelievable in it. And the whole production is brilliant.
But
Sienna Miller is in it. You can't recognise her. So good.
It's a good series.
It's a very good series, by the by.
It's a good series. But as I heard Tom Gleeson on the radio saying, is Russell Crowe, is he taking roles due to his current physical state, or is he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is he accepting a role as a big fat guy because he's a big fat guy now, or is he working up to that?
I don't think he's that.
He's not that fat.
I've
He's
never
huge,
met
that
him. Have you
bloke.
met him? I've never met him.
Oh, yeah, Russell Crowe. No.
No, met him. No. But I think he has. No, I have. No, I haven't.
I can't believe you haven't met Russell Crowe.
No, Russell Crowe hasn't got to meet me,
Yeah, that's true.
as we all know.
Have you met Ben Mendelsohn? Mendo.
Yes. He's doing very well.
Oh, incredible. He's in Star Wars.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
He's very good, though. He's in the Avengers.
He's got the crusty look going. He's got the voice going.
Yeah, he always plays a bad guy.
Yeah.
Plays bad guy.
Yeah, he's got that gravelly.
Have you met Noah Taylor?
Can you believe Noah Taylor was on the Comedy Company?
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
He must have been a kid.
Yeah, he was big then. I don't know how. I mean, the Comedy Company was, of course, massive. That's why he came on. So
Horses.
merry-go-rounds.
Oh, yeah. Merry-go-rounds, yep. Get on the carousel. Yeah, my kids still go on them occasionally. When you see a really good
What's
one.
the cutoff? What's the cutoff for getting on a horse?
On a
on
merry-go-round?
Have to be about
8?
8?
12. No,
Oh.
you can get up to 11 or 12 for that.
Right, you could be in secondary school and get on a horse on a
Yeah,
merry-go-round.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, in your Form 1 or Year 7, why not? Yeah, I think girls like the horses, yeah. And the boys get in whatever. I don't know, you know.
Of all
I'm sure my kids have been on one recently. Maybe they're going ironically. I don't know.
Ah.
I don't know. But
So
you see
the-
some very beautiful ones in some places.
So they text while they're on it.
Look at me.
I was, because, occasionally I do get invited to go to celebrity golfing days, car driving days. I was invited
To a celebrity merry-go-round day.
to a celebrity quarter horse event run by John Farnham. Because
He's
John
the voice.
Farnham, he try and understand it.
Make it loud and make it clear. Does he love horses, does he?
Oh, he loves. You know what a quarter horse is?
No.
Quarter horse is when there's an event where they have a cow or a calf, and they've got the one horse, and the horse has to sort of corner the calf, and then you got to lasso it, and then lasso its feet, and he wanted to turn that into a celebrity event. So I had to train on a quarter horse, and you get on. I'm serious. You get on the quarter horse, and if once the calf is let in, the horse kind of knows what to do, which is run to the side, dip, 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 and then finally till it corners it, and then you're meant to throw a lasso over it. And I'm hopeless at it.
Yeah, no good. Who was good at it? John.
Well, I was the only one there at the training. I can't remember, but all I know is what happened was I was so bad at it, I was messing with the horse's head. They said after you got off, we had to get it. You got to retune them because what's happening is you're giving off such bad signals. The horse is going, "You're an idiot."
It's sort of like rodeo kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Have you? When I was on the Mick Malloy show, whatever, short-lived show on Channel 9.
Quite a notorious show because that was when
Yes.
Mick really crossed over and really planted his name as being someone who doesn't mess around.
Well, the whole thing was that he urinated on set, but that was a sketch.
But they were looking to bring him down.
Yeah, I know.
There was nothing wrong with that. I did a sketch on that show too. Anyway, go on. What was your story?
And he took us. He heard about this pony that no one could ride. It's like a pony or a little bull. I think it was a pony, and that no one could ride it. And so we all went down there, and one of his mates got in hospital.
Yeah.
The guy that does the puppetry of the
Penis.
he got lucky he didn't get hit in the groin, or his career would have been over. But he got hit in the face. But I got on it,
Yeah.
and said I'll have a go, and it just threw me off. But that's horrific, being thrown off a horse.
You really...
Oh man, it's like
Yeah, because your body doesn't know what's
yeah,
hit
what
it.
the hell to do? And I landed. I'm like, it winded me really bad.
Yeah,
Thought I'd
I mean,
broken
lucky if you
something.
land on your shoulder, you've broken your shoulder. If you land badly on your back, you've done your back.
Have you ever
Broke
been to a
a-
rodeo?
No, it would be... We've tried to think of a joke for Russell Coit. We just can't work out an angle of it. What would be good
It'd
for
be a
Russell
great
Coit.
spectacular for Russell.
It would be,
Coit.
yeah. The joke that we have...
The visuals are good, aren't they?
where we're going to have it in the gate. So you know how there's the gate where
Yeah.
and it's ready to open, and then you hop onto the horse.
Yeah.
We were going to have the wrong gate open, and it just the horse and not the horse,
bull.
the just go off through the car park.
The bull. The last time I spoke about a rodeo was when the guy from Hello, Chris and Mari, remember
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
For people interstate and overseas, these guys, they're still on. They own nurseries, and they became sort of local celebrities because
Yeah.
their ads were so bad.
Oh, yeah, they speak a bit like that, don't they?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Wombat Gully, Chris and Mari's.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chris had got a gig opening the Cockatoo Rodeo,
Because he was well known.
and he said,
from his ad.
and he wanted some jokes to do. He rang me up and asked me for jokes.
Oh no! Was he going to pay you?
No, but I actually did a gig with him on a boat for all his staff on the Yarra, where me and him got up in tutus, because he used to wear tutus in his ads.
Dave, we've got to have a chat. Things that you're
This is
doing.
a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I got up with a tutu, and he paid me in trees. So he came over.
You're getting in a tutu. You're being paid in trees. Who in the is your management?
He came over with a truck with a ficus on the back. Oh, no, a grown ficus.
Would you like a ficus, Dave? Oh,
And so then he turned up and he put in. It's still there in the backyard. It's a beautiful tree.
a full-grown tree is a lot of money.
Yeah, he actually said he was going to give me two. He only ever gave me one.
Oh, you can go and get ficus.
You can get ficus. But I remember I had to go pick up my kids, and he was in the front yard, and I was saying to one of the other mums, "Don't get alarmed, but there's a celebrity in my front yard." And hello. Anyway, that's a very strong tangent we've gone off on.
I rode a horse in Boytown, the movie. We rode
Yeah, you did
Shetland
too.
ponies
That's right.
along the beach at Sandringham.
And how was that?
It was fine, except I was worried that my back was going to go out because I've got a back injury. Don't worry about it.
stuff.
Herniated disc, but you don't care.
You're a former stunt man.
Yeah, hell yeah, done it hard.
So could your feet sort of drag
Yeah,
on the ground?
you can nearly cover it with your feet on the ground. But I wasn't doing it for too long. I said, I'm not going to just get the shot and then get somebody else to be a fill-in for me because I don't want to have a sore back for the rest of this shoot. So
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. You've got to stand up for your body.
Yeah, because if you're going bang, 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 bang on your lower disc, L5, by the way, if you're interested.
L5?
Yeah, I think it was L5. Went to the chiropractor the other day and I had a look at my x-rays. You can see what my problem is.
Yeah, you can see it.
I was dropped on my coccyx
As a baby.
as a baby.
Well,
He goes,
you know-
you drop your coccyx, drop on your coccyx, which throws your middle back out, your upper back out.
I think it's about time to confront your mum with that fact.
Well, I remember being on
know your mum's in
I
the 90s,
remember
but-
being on the Hills hoist,
that's
flying
right.
around
Yeah.
and land. No, we had a rope off the willow tree. That's
Oh.
right. And I landed and got winded
That's it. That's done it. For life.
for life.
For life. It's incredible when you're a kid.
You know, you
Because your bones grow back when you're a kid. They don't grow back when you're over about 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you break your leg, it's much better to break it under 18 because it grows back.
Yeah, I broke my arm when I was 17, my shoulder, and they said we don't need to pin it because
This is what the surgeon told me anyway.
yeah. And what is it, do you have a bow tie?
Does he have a bow tie, Peter? All right, well, I think we've talked enough about horses and passports.
Thinking music. A couple of things come to mind.
Mr. Ed.
The theme for Mr. Ed, which is interesting
Remember
because
what it's like.
the number of words they try to rhyme with horse.
Imagine pitching that show.
Imagine.
A sitcom with a talking horse.
Yeah, and what happens in it? He
He
consoles
just sort
them.
of stays in the stable, doesn't he? What does he
Yeah.
do?
And Wilbur.
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 Who's Wilbur the horse? Was Mr. Ed
Ed,
the
no,
horse?
Mr. Ed is the horse.
Yeah.
And Wilbur's the
So does he have problems and come out and talk to the horse?
yeah.
Oh my god!
Well, the horse with peanut butter under his lips.
I remember, I remember loving it when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I was out there with My Favourite Martian.
There's that, Now, there was a great...
A horse is a horse, of course.
And no one can talk to a horse, of course, unless the horse is...
You're right.
Was famous, Mr. Ed.
All the things that rhyme with horse.
I would have gone for discourse.
Source.
That's the source who'll give you. Endorse. Steady course. Talk to Mr. Ed. People yakety yakety. Right time of day. Mr. Ed. Unless you've got something to say.
The famous Mr. Ed. Well, what's your other choice then? That's a very good choice.
Gary Shandling did a special, which was an anniversary show of a Tonight Show that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, vaguely.
And they were sitting around talking about the different nights and things that went on. And he said, "Do you remember the night we had Mr. Ed on?"
Oh.
And Mr. Ed was a bit potty mouth.
Oh.
And so he's interviewing Ed, and Ed's kind of talking about different people, and they're having to beep Mr. Ed because he's getting a bit rude. Oh, Ed, and they're all. It's worth hearing. So
maybe
it's
we
not.
should hear that.
Sorry.
Maybe we should hear that.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Horse like you get interested in acting.
When I was growing up, I went to the movies and I saw Francis the Talking Mule, and something just clicked. I figured if that can do it...
Ed, seriously.
What? Donkey? You can say that.
Well, you really can't. Okay, tell me about Lassie now.
Now,
Lassie
I'll tell you
of,
about Lassie. Lassie is a dumb bitch.
Gee, Ed, if you could just cool it a little.
What? You can say bitch. A female dog?
This is not at all.
On any given day, that dog is so stupid she can't fetch a stick. A goddamn stick. There's only one.
So there you go. That special is fantastic.
I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, Gary Shandling, the great, the king.
You ever meet him?
No, he came out to Australia just to hang around for a while and hang around with a friend of ours called Nick Murray, who runs Jigsaw Productions, and just rang up Nick and said, "What are you doing? Do you want to have a drink together?" Imagine spending the night with Gary Shandling.
Oh, wow.
But then again, I think he was a fairly tormented soul. But
yes. Well, it's interesting. Yeah, I heard an interview with Ricky Gervais. Have you ever seen that footage where Gervais goes to his house and Ricky Gervais said it was a joke, but they didn't. Because he had been on his show,
but they got their wires crossed, and they both thought they were recording the other person's show, didn't they? They were both doing a bit for each other's documentary.
Yeah,
and
some story there.
Yeah. So,
okay,
I'm going to have a stab at this.
Yeah, go on.
Because of that fine cotton thing, I reckon horses have to be somehow, because you haven't got footprint. I reckon, and because horses travel a lot overseas, I reckon, like if you took a dog overseas, I don't think it has to have a passport.
No.
But I reckon horses
Not
are the only animal that have to, because they come and go so much, don't they?
Yeah, do they have to have a passport?
I reckon horses have got to have, which has got their photograph in it, they go down to the chemist and they do the photograph and they have their age and their, and then they'll know exactly where they've been, what diseases they might have. So I reckon it's the only animal in the world that has a passport. There you go.
Right.
What do you think?
I'm going with you. I reckon you're right. Should we get the answer? Yeah. Look.
I reckon it has to be something in that area.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
What is it, Sam?
In the UK and the US and some other countries, horses have passports for when they travel internationally. The purpose of horse passports is to protect the human food chain and to ensure that no horses that are treated with certain drugs, for example bute, are slaughtered for human consumption.
Oh, well, so you were right.
Well, you would think, that's probably, but I wonder if they do the same thing in Australia.
Yeah,
you would think so, because we had the fine cotton thing, so you would think that it would be something you could do.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
I wonder what it looks like. If it's like I wonder if there's a photo. The horse passport has a photo.
It would have to be a full body shot because the defining marks would be like, they've got the palomino
print.
Yeah. How else would you tell a horse from just looking at its face?
Does it have job? Because ours has a job on it. What do you put as a job for you?
Oh, I put in actor.
Oh, I put comedian.
No.
Well, I'm a comedian. I'm not an actor. When was the last time I acted? Years ago. I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose you're like a writer performer, really.
What do I put down though?
I think you're best known as a comedian, but
I always feel funny putting comedian.
no, really, actor. Well, yeah, you're an actor too.
I mean, a man.
Do the horses have to put their occupation? Like
Racing,
Oh, there'd be other ones with different jobs, pulling a cart,
delivering milk,
delivering milk,
giving kids rides down the local fair.
Yeah, what if the horses look down on the other horses that do that stuff? Let the thoroughbreds sit around going, "Oh, we all stand over there."
Because you see a horse in the paddock by itself and it goes on pretty good. But you see a whole lot of horses together.
Yeah, you go, whatever.
It's
whatever. I'm more like, as my wife once pointed out, I'm like the donkey they put in with the thoroughbred.
What she says that to you?
Yeah, but me working with you, me working with Husey, she goes, "You're like that donkey they put in with the thoroughbred."
That's not very. You're a thoroughbred.
Hey, I'm happy to be a donkey. That doesn't worry.
A donkey
that doesn't
is
worry me.
A mule and a horse.
Most comics that work on TV shows and stuff have their own TV show. You'll find they'll get one of their mates in, and this is a worldwide phenomenon. They'll get one of their friends in to help them, won't they? That's quite common.
Yes,
around the world.
Yeah,
and I have been that person many times.
That you've helped out people.
Yeah, but that's I like that job.
I like that job too.
Yeah.
Would you rather be the helper or the man?
I'd rather be the helper.
I think you're going to have a longer career, I reckon because if you're the man.
Because all the blame goes on them. It was their fault when it failed.
It wasn't my idea.
I got another thoroughbred to...
Yeah, I'm going to help somebody else. See ya. What about those party drugs that you can have now? I've never had it. That horse drug.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ketamine?
Ketamine. That's right.
People...
They can knock you out, though.
A friend of mine, he had it and he couldn't physically move anymore.
Right.
He was at a party and then he just had someone hold his hand for about 2 hours because...
the next day he went to Flemington and won the first race. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking horse drugs.
Imagine, but you look at a horse, you're going...
big
take
unit.
a lot of drug
Big
to make
unit.
that horse,
Well, like with your Russell Coit story, I don't know if you've actually told this one on here, but
I don't know whether I can because I don't want the RSPCA ringing up because some stuff happened that...
it was a long time ago in the first series where they wanted a cow to lie on the road and the vet
we couldn't do it now.
This is Northern Territory.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, you can say it was.
Yeah, we had to have... can we say this?
It takes a lot of juice to knock out. Let's just say it takes a lot of juice
to knock out a cow.
Yeah.
You feel for the poor thing.
Yeah.
Because it's doing all of a sudden... But they looked.
It wasn't hurt.
It wasn't hurt.
It lay there,
and it was done professionally. Yeah, it wasn't like we turned up with some stuff from the chemist and But
that's up to the vet.
Yeah, but no, I'm feeling bad now about her.
I don't feel like the cow got up and ran away and had a great morning. Oh, what happened then?
Sometimes it must be good to be an animal though, because when stuff happens, you don't know it. Whereas humans get worried about stuff. You think about it. Whereas we think.
Or be a psychopath. They don't have that empathy or anything. That's why psychopaths are psychopaths. So serial killers, they don't feel anything.
But they do in terms of themselves, though, don't they?
Oh, yes. Yeah, true.
Yeah, true. They have no conscience.
Yeah,
Sometimes I think I'm a psychopath.
Nah, more sociopath. What's the difference anyway? I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, one gets a TV show and one doesn't.
Yeah.
Interested in new books? Subscribe to Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is a new podcast with me, Nellie Thomas. Each episode, you'll hear the first chapter of a new release book from top publishers. Subscribe and listen to Chapter 1, a new podcast with me, Nellie Thomas. Search for Chapter 1 where you're listening now.